Welcome to the October 2006 City Focus. On this edition, be safe this Halloween. New police motorcycle unit. Improvements at Old Settlers Park. And upcoming bond elections. These stories and more on City Focus.
Halloween is almost here, and that means kids are preparing to hit the streets for a night of trick-or-treating. Shannon McIntyre has some tips to help make sure all our young ones are safe on the 31st.
A fun Halloween is a safe Halloween. Here's some easy-to-follow tips to avoid holiday hazards.
Kids should trick-or-treat only in neighborhoods they know and at houses with the lights on. Also remember to carry a flashlight and have a cell phone handy. Parents should check children's costumes before they leave. Make sure the costume fits properly, has reflective qualities, and is flame retardant if possible. An adult should always accompany young children. Homeowners should also make sure that their yard is well lit and free of obstructions. Avoid having candles or open flames inside of jack-o'-lanterns, and never pass out unwrapped candy.
If you're going to be entertaining trick-or-treaters, make sure that your dogs are kept confined so they don't run out or become aggressive at the sight of some of these costumes. For adults and kids that have replica weapons or anything of that nature as part of their costumes, be very, very careful about that. Do not wear your masks or your costumes or carry any type of replica weapons into retail establishments, especially banks.
Using common sense, being aware of your surroundings, and following these simple tips will go a long way toward making this a safe holiday.
Get on your bike and ride La Tour de Rock. The Outlaw Trail 100 bike ride is set for Saturday, October 21st at Old Settlers Park in Round Rock. Ride at your own pace on any of the 10 to 100-mile courses through Williamson County. Spaces are limited, so register now at outlawtrail100.com. It's Saturday, October 21st, supported by News 8 Austin.
You will soon see a new set of wheels around town as the Round Rock Police unveil the newest addition to their fleet.
You know, the Round Rock Police Department is always looking for creative ways to deal with our residents' perennial #1 concern. That's traffic. Say hello to the newest addition to our family, and a little more efficient than being on horseback.
We've worked hard developing a motorcycle unit that will be an excellent complement to deal with a lot of the traffic problems that are here in Round Rock, especially those that are of the individual drivers that are breaking the law. We did a lot of research in determining the best technology that's out there. The bikes will be equipped with digital video and also the use of a laser for speed measuring. I mean, the maneuverability is what's going to be its greatest asset, the ability to get in and out of the gridlock traffic such as on IH-35 or Highway 79 or even Main Street.
While this may have been one of Round Rock's first police vehicles, you just got a glimpse of the newest one. So until next time, y'all be safe out there. Keep your reins tight. Let's go.
Old Settlers Park is the crown jewel of Round Rock's park facilities. And to keep this jewel sparkling, the city has committed to make $14 million worth of improvements to the park over the next few years.
In the last year, the City of Round Rock facilitated renovations at Old Settlers Park, ranging from creating championship-grade baseball and softball complexes to planting over 600 trees. This year, the City Council has approved $14 million in renovations and upgrades at the park.
The commitment that we're about to make to our Parks and Recreation Department in return of the $14 million is going to be tremendous. I think over the next 10 to 15 years, it's going to allow our citizens to grow into several complexes that are going to be ideal for not only local tournaments, but state and national events. It's going to give us the ability to truly represent ourselves as the sports capital of Texas.
Renovations include girls and adult softball complexes, restroom facilities at the tennis courts, a much-needed parking expansion at the Rock and River, and additional practice space for teams during the renovations.
And not only are they going to be just basic facilities, we're going to have beautiful facilities that will rival any throughout the country.
Old Settlers Park is one of the best parks in the region for either taking in a game or relaxing with the family. These renovations will ensure the park stays that way.
Local voters have a pair of bond elections coming up in November. Here's some information on the bond proposals from Williamson County and the Round Rock ISD.
The City of Round Rock's not having an election in November, but we thought it would be helpful to city-focused viewers if we shared some information on the county and school district bond proposals. Williamson County has two propositions totaling $250 million, while the Round Rock ISD has four propositions totaling $267 million. First, let's take a look at the county proposal. Proposition 1 is for $228 million in road projects.
In the Round Rock area, it includes some preliminary work on 620 to do the environmental study and some other work with the ultimate goal of making it a 6-lane divided from the 4 lanes that we have now, and then also some improvements to the intersection of 79 and I-35, as well as a brand new road called Arterial A, which will be from SH 45 going north all the way to 79.
Proposition 1 also includes improvements to Westinghouse Road, Brushy Creek Road, and FM 1460, among others. Proposition 2 on the county ballot is $22 million for parks, including continued development of the regional park off FM 1431. The county estimates the bottom line impact to property owners will be negligible.
We believe it'll have little or no impact on the tax rate because we're able to retire the debt from some of the other bonds that have happened in the past.
The Round Rock School District is experiencing a rapidly growing student population. A Citizens Bond Committee began meeting in March, visiting every campus to assess the district's needs.
A number of their meetings went on till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and they did that every week for about 3 months to come with the final report that they presented the board.
The school board accepted the committee's recommendation to put 4 proposals on the ballot. Proposition 1 focuses on middle school and high school needs.
Proposition 1 has the secondary projects. They're recommending a new middle school on the Walsh track in the Brushy Creek area. They're recommending a 5th high school. That 5th high school would go along Gaddis School Road. We own property there. In addition to that, renovations at a number of our schools, Westwood, Round Rock, master planning and putting some classrooms additions there to begin that work of making sure that they are well maintained.
Proposition 2 covers elementary school and district-wide needs.
Proposition 2 lists the elementary projects, 2 new elementary schools. In addition to that, there are some buses included in there as well. There's some technology across the district to replace the older equipment that we have for students and teachers.
Now, Proposition 3 is a little different than the rest.
Proposition 3 is a very interesting one because it's a separate 3rd new elementary school in the northeast corner of the district. That proposition was separated out really for 2 main reasons. One, to give the community choice. You know, it's a separate proposition they've got to vote for or against. And in addition to that, it reduces the amounts in Propositions 1 and 2.
Estimated cost for Proposition 3 projects is $20.2 million. Finally, Proposition 4 addresses technology.
Proposition 4 is technology. It's for 96 classrooms that would get laptops for student use, for teacher use. We need to be clear that it's not laptops for the entire school. It's not laptops for all the students. It's only for 24 classrooms in each high school.
Cost for Proposition 4 is $9.1 million. So what will the impact of the 4 propositions be on property taxes? We find ourselves at a unique point in history with new legislation from the state providing property tax relief.
We did receive tax relief at the state level. The maintenance and operation tax came down by about 17 cents this year. Next year it's going to go down by another 30 to 33 cents. And so one's got to keep that in mind, and that you're going to pay less a year from now, even if indeed the 4 propositions were to pass.
For more information on the school district bond proposals, visit their website at roundrockisd.org. Make sure you check out the tax calculator so you can see the impact of the bonds on your property tax bill. The county also has lots of information on their website, wilco.org. Early voting starts on October 23rd and Election Day is November 7th. We encourage our residents to get informed, get out to the polls and vote.
People love to express themselves, and there's no better way than to take part in an art or culture group. Sarah Sampson tells us more about the newly formed task force to encourage philanthropy for arts and cultural activities.
The City of Round Rock is taking an active role toward enhancing opportunities for citizens to enjoy art in Round Rock. In July, the City Council appointed a task force to encourage philanthropy for arts and cultural activities to lead this effort. To get started in reaching their goal, the task force is taking an inventory of what arts and cultural activities currently exist in Round Rock. The task force is working to identify potential funding sources to expand the arts and cultural programs in the community. They also have been gathering information on how other communities handle arts and cultural activities funding. If you are a member of an arts organization doing anything from sculpture to sound recording, please email us or give us a call with your contact information.
Last month, we featured a new video that shows why Round Rock is such a terrific place to live. This month, we're featuring the companion video, also produced by the Round Rock Economic Development Partnership, that answers this question: what is it about Round Rock that makes it such a great place to do business?
One of the aspects of the Economic Development Partnership is not only retaining businesses in Round Rock, but also recruiting businesses for Round Rock. And we have developed this next video as an economic development tool that these companies can view and see the type of business-friendly environment that they'll find here in Round Rock. We hope that you enjoy the video.
In the mid-1800s, the Chisholm Trail was cut, taking longhorn cattle from the Lone Star State to the rail yards of Kansas. In the heart of Texas, one artery met a crossing known by a landmark, a single Round Rock. Of this country, Davy Crockett said, "I do believe it a fortune for any man to come here. In over 200 years, not much has changed."
In 1971, Westinghouse Electric Corporation needed a place with a lot of land. And where else can you find that but here in Texas?
We are a Fortune 25 company, revenues in the neighborhood of $60 billion, and we're 60,000 employees worldwide. Round Rock is just a unique location in terms of cost of living compared to the quality of life.
Well, the name of the company is Z-Core Business Solutions.
Z-Core is a small business. We have 15 employees and we're beginning to grow.
We take business processes and we streamline those processes.
Round Rock has been really great for our business as a small business.
We need to be running in less than a year. In meeting with the Round Rock people, we said what we wanted, and at the end of that discussion, we had a building permit.
We're in Texas. We bought the land from a ranch owner.
Why not put a couple of longhorns out front?
They're a part of the Tico Westinghouse family.
One of them is Freeloader, the other one is El Tejan.
Sancho was one of those original two longhorns. He still looks over our lobby and watches all of our visitors. A lot of unique stories with our longhorns. Central Texas offers a unique perspective just because with the different area that it's in and the climate, the weather, everything just kind of worked with what they were looking for.
We were looking for office space. The manager says, "Do you really like this place?" Now, I don't know if it's affordable. He says, "Go get your partner." We shook hands on a deal without a contract, started construction the very next day.
The other reasons we've stayed in Round Rock and have chosen to grow here have been because of support from the local community leaders. Also the education system.
We are in the technology industry and we do require a great deal of education and skill.
In the area, there are 8 major universities, and that contributes to the large pool of people we have to select from.
When we came here, we came from the Midwest and actually thought that we were going to compromise our daughter's education. Came here, we actually found that the quality of education in Austin and the Round Rock school system was better than what we had left in the Midwest.
The City of Round Rock works on a sales tax-driven business model. We were able to provide the seed money for a lot of major transportation projects. A good example is our $12 million project. We brought $4 million to the table, and that project is being done at least a year ahead of when the state wanted to get that done. We also have a half-cent dedicated to property tax reduction. That means our property tax rate is one of the lowest in the state. We really view businesses that locate in our community as partners. A great example of that is the partnership that Dell has been able to develop with the Round Rock Independent School District.
In the past, when we were growing exponentially, we were able to work with the school districts to establish a program where the students could come in, get trained on our software for sales and technical support, learn to assemble and disassemble computers, so that when they graduated from high school, if what they were looking for was immediate employment, they were skilled and ready to go work for Dell or other companies like ours.
We're about 85,000 today. We're going to be 225,000 in the not too distant future. So what the city has done is develop some master plans to meet the demands of the ultimate population of Round Rock. We're not going to lose control of our own destiny as far as infrastructure goes.
We need to have a lot of unique shipping capabilities. We have a couple of plants in China, we have a plant in Taiwan. They're close enough to Houston to be able to use their shipping ports without actually having to live there.
This is a very good transportation site. We do a lot of distribution. We got IH-35, the main NAFTA highway.
Everything you depend on to grow a company. You know, the city has stepped up and continued to support us.
3 years ago, I was working on my MBA and I had to drive an hour to go to classes after work. This new higher education center offers baccalaureate and graduate degrees.
I have a very highly educated workforce. We have benefited greatly out of the University of Texas from their continuing education programs.
Our reason for staying is quite simple. We can continue to hire the talent we need to run our business.
Texas is a right-to-work state.
There are no personal or corporate income taxes.
You know, operating costs, it's remained extremely competitive.
Round Rock is 10% below the national average in terms of cost of living.
People who have come here don't want to leave.
It's just a unique location.
I've got a 20-year relationship with the city. If we need something, it's there and it's timely.
Community leaders are willing to do what it takes to make this an environment in which businesses can be successful.
Round Rock has some large employers. We're a little guy. When you make your small customer feel like your most important customer, you're doing a really great job.
The businesses that made a decision to move here 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ago, what they tell the city is, we're happier today with that decision than we were when we made it 5, 10, 20 years ago.